What is going on, YouTube people? Northeast Ohio Cards and Comics for a mail day. 2 packages. This big box here is all of my StarStock slabs, with the exception of like 3. I pretty much decided I had about $1,200 to $1,500 left in my account on there, plus quite a few slabs, not like a ton, but like 8 or 10, and decided, I just want to pull all this stuff off the platform. I left, I have a bunch of like A's and B's of just random, like really random players. I left that stuff on there. I left like $25 on there and a couple football slabs that I'm probably going to be ending up holding for a while anyway. So I just left that stuff sitting on there. Nothing crazy. Maybe $400 worth of stuff I think my collection value's at on there right now. And I basically pulled everything off. Slabs just move really slow on there, even if you're priced correctly. A's and B's still move really good. I think the platform is still viable for those quick flips. Buying guys cheap, holding them for a little bit, selling them when they spike, buying B's, having them sent home and selling them raw. That sort of stuff, still viable. Graded cards just doesn't feel there yet. That being said, man, are they lightning fast shipping graded cards home. I put the request in for these on Thursday evening. It is Monday afternoon. I am recording this video. That is super fast. I got the shipping notification on Friday morning when I got to work, and Monday afternoon they're here. So they don't mess around shipping graded cards home, which is nice because if I ever wanted to send this stuff back there, I could. And I know I could get it in and out quickly. So I ended up just using that money to probably overpay for some Jaylen Brown slabs. It is what it is. I just would rather buy some cards with it and send them home rather than just having the cash. Maybe that's stupid. I could have just withdrew the money, but it was only $1,500. I just figured let's just go on a little shopping spree. I don't really have much in the way of Jaylen Brown. Let's go ahead and buy some. So I just went ahead and did that. The other package here is just a regular mail day. I had an eBay pickup that finally came in the mail. This took forever. The seller shipped it quickly. USPS crawled. So we'll open this one up first. And then we'll get into the StarStock box. So this one is just me buying the baseball dip on some guys, or on a guy in particular on this one. I have a couple cards of him. Actually, I have one card of him. I ended up selling the other one that I had a while back for a slight profit. This is Lubob PSA 10 Prism Refractor. I'd recently gotten the Tatis Refractor. And once again, I've just been having a bunch of saved searches for baseball guys that I like, just set for auctions. And, I'm not real particular on the card, but if I throw a number in that's under where I think it should be, and it ends up finishing up and I win it. Like, I'm not stressing. But if I see cards that I like, I'm going to throw a number in there that I would like to have them at. And this was one of them. I got this for, I think, $170. I ended up having a little bit of eBay bucks to kind of cover the taxes and fees and all that jazz. So I'm basically into it for what the auction ended at, $170. Last few comps on this were 175, which was mine, I think, 177, 165, 195, and 190. So it's up a little bit, but that might not sustain. It might go back down a little bit. This is about pop 600. I really like the Prism Refractors. They are very nice looking cards. Very shiny. And I just think Lubob's really cheap. He's low risk, high reward. Under $200 for a low pop refractor of a trendy player. Sure, all day. It's not going to take much for him to get a run in the spring. Maybe it ends up not happening. That's fine. He's young. I wouldn't mind holding him into the season and see what happens, but is what it is. So that's the lone eBay pickup. And now we got this big box. Let me go ahead and get this open here. Usually I like to have this stuff pre-opened, but I just kind of forgot. And very well packaged. Good job, StarStock. I've had lots of graded cards shipped home from StarStock. Never really had much of an issue with their shipping. They tend to do a pretty good job. They even use painter's tape, which is nice to see. Even on stuff like this, on the bubble wrap. Sorry, just moving this away from the mic so you guys don't get totally destroyed by tape ripping sounds. Okay. So a stack of Psa Slabs. Goodness gracious. Once again, very well shipped. And in, oh, already in team bags too. Nice. Good job, StarStock. All right. First up. Most of this is NBA, I think. I feel like most of this is NBA. We have Nikhil Alexander-Walker, silver PSA 10 Prism. I think I got this. I'm not going to remember all the prices on these. For around $200, a little over $200. Basically, I bought it for right what they were ending at on eBay. I bought this maybe about a week ago, like opening night, maybe first full opening night. It is what it is. I'm not the biggest NA guy in the world, but to be able to get it right at comps on StarStock and not have to deal with anything, this is just flip potential. His stuff for still around $225 still feels kind of cheap. With some potential to go up. Very liquid player. This is Kelton Johnson, silver PSA 9 Prism. This is the one that I submitted. So this is the one that I purchased as a StarStock A and sent in for grading. So that stuff's included in this as well. Like I said, I just went ahead and sent this home. I think I'll have a lot easier chance to move this on My Slabs or eBay or at a local than I will on leaving it sit on StarStock. So another Prism silver. Two of the same cards. Once again, these were from the PSA submission. Unfortunately, both 9s as well. PSA 9 select concourse silvers of Kelton Johnson. I got killed. I mean, I talked about it in the grading reveal video from the StarStock sub. I got killed on these. One was the bad timing of I bought these in January when the market was at its peak, expecting to get them back quickly. That didn't obviously happen. And these have came down. I would lose money on these right now if I sold them as is, but it is what it is. We'll talk about that kind of in a minute. So 2 silver Kelton PSA 9 concourses. Nice looking cards. DeAndre Hunter, silver PSA 9. Same thing. This was part of the StarStock grading submission that I sent in. These were the 4 cards right here, actually. These 4. They all unfortunately got 9s. But once again, kind of is what it is. I actually really like Hunter. I don't think his stuff has popped yet. This is one that I'll probably end up setting to the side. What is that just on the... It's like a little... Just going to make sure that that's not actually on the slab. Yeah, we're good. It's just on the team bag. Cool. Just wanted to make sure. Kind of looked like it got like crimped almost, or like, yeah, it just got a little crimp on it. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't cut into or anything crazy like that, but we're good. So those were the StarStock grading submissions. Like I said, I wish I would have got at least 110 out of the deal, but I didn't, and I'm going to probably, air quotes, lose money on that whole experience. Marquise Brown PSA 10 silver. This is one of those ones in the summer. I just kind of saw it sitting there. Silver Prism football are pretty low pop. I hate buying position players. I kicked myself the second that I bought this. This was just like a random impulse buy. Sometimes you're just looking to buy something. I think I got this for like 75 or 80 bucks. That being said, I don't know what these are going for right now, but I'm guessing it's a little higher than that. He's actually playing really well. So actually might have a decent chance to move this at some sort of profit, but nice looking card. I hate the Ravens and I hate position players. So like I said, I really don't know why I pulled the trigger on this. It's kind of one of those things where you're just like looking around. It did seem mispriced to me, so we'll see what I could do with it. Buying the baseball dip. I bought this for, I think, right around $200, about 3 or 4 weeks ago on there. They're still sitting around that price. Some have sold under on eBay, but I just like the idea of having some Bobby Witt, buying some up in the off season, with the potential to just sit on it and literally sell it the second he gets called up. Like the second he gets called up, boom, start the eBay auctions running and let the market do its thing. But I went with this over the base chrome just to give it a little more sizzle. I'm a sucker for the Mojo print too. I really like the way that stuff looks. So little Bobby Witt action. I actually forgot that card was in there. This is one that I bought a long time ago and just kind of forgot that it was in there. This has been sitting on my StarStock account forever. Premier level job, PSA 9. I guess this is a pretty good time to get this back. I don't know what these are going for right now, but I don't remember what I paid for this either. I'd have to look it up. So, solid card, not huge, just base card, PSA 9. Nothing crazy. I really like Jaws Premier level of this year. I wouldn't mind actually having this in a silver. This would probably look really, really nice in a silver. I should look into that. Next up, just a Jason Tatum Optic base. Once again, I got this for, I don't know, 160, 150, 170 in the NBA offseason, with the hope that it would go up. Hasn't really moved that much yet, one way or the other. Once again, I think that's just kind of like a general issue with base. But Tatum's fairly liquid. It's a base Optic PSA 10. I should be able to move this with no issue if I so choose. I may hold him for a little bit. I have plenty of other Tatum stuff. Jaylen Brown things. This is Optic Hollow PSA 10. I basically paid full comps for this. Yeah, it's just on the team bag. Basically paid full comps for this. They were going for about 500 that night that he went off. There was one sitting on there for 500. I'd actually had offers in on it before for around 400 for a while. This was prior to him going ballistic. And the guy never accepted, so I was like, whatever, I'll just smack the bin and get this over with. I don't know what I'll do with this. I might hold this for a little bit in the season. I think Jaylen Brown could potentially have a big year, and I think his stuff, assuming he's healthy, I know he's got a little bit of a knee thing going on right now. But Optic Hollows, I'm a sucker for Optic Hollows. I'm not as big a fan of 16 Optic as I am 17 and 18. You know, I'm a sucker for the rated rookie logo. This doesn't have the rated rookie logo on it. But Jaylen Brown, Optic Hollow. And then I splurged on this one. I have no idea what comps are on this. There really aren't that many. I haven't looked to see if any have sold since then. This is a select. I think this is premier level. Concourse. Numbered out of 175. This is the maroon in a PSA 10. I think this was up there for like $700. I have no idea if that was a good number or not. I really didn't research it that close. I had about that much money left in my account and said, okay, done, and just smacked this. So I've kind of hinted at this a few times. So the reason I was so fast and loose with this stuff is essentially, you know, I could have pulled the cash off there, but I viewed StarStock as, I don't know, a playground. The only money I ever deposited on StarStock, and I've talked about this a ton, I don't want to go into a whole story time. I deposited $25 way back when the site first opened, or very early on when the site first opened, to be able to play around in the bubble games and like the scrimmage games that they had prior to the bubble games in the bubble. And between some smart flips, and I made some mistakes too, for sure, but more often than not, I was smart about what I was doing. And then I also got an influx from the $10 deposits. You know, people, the whole, you know, you deposit 10, I get 10, you get 10 on the promo code. I don't know how much I got from that because it's one of the things that was frustrating. StarStock doesn't tell you. Just $10 randomly appears in your account. And it's hard to keep track of, well, was that sales or was that from $10 things if you're not really paying attention that close? Or, you know, I wouldn't even think to look, and a couple days would go by, I'd sell some stuff, buy some stuff, and the next thing you know, I'd realize, oh wait, I still have money left because I got $10 things in there. So I don't even have a rough guess of how many $10 deposits I got from the referral code, which is a little frustrating. So anyways, my StarStock experience, everything on there basically cost me $25 out of my account. Now, there's probably some weird shenanigans that you could say, well, you had the cash on there, you could have pulled it out, this, that, and the other thing. And I pulled other cards off there over the years. I pulled some Otani stuff off there at one point in time. I pulled some Vlad stuff off there at one point in time. I can't remember what else I've pulled off there. I'd have to go back and look at my records, but I've pulled other cards off there over the year plus that I've been playing around on there a lot. So I guess we'll take this as a challenge to try to build the bankroll back up again. But I don't know from a bookkeeping perspective how to add these to my collections value-wise. Because on one hand, like I paid cash for them on StarStock, so I should probably put that number in. But on the other hand, my initial deposit to StarStock was $25. I've never put any other money onto the site other than the $25. So part of me is like, did this whole stack cost me $25? Or did this whole stack cost me, you know, 7 something, 500, 170, I think like 90 or something, 280. These are weird because it's like the cost of the card plus the grading fee, I guess, which would be astronomically high. But once again, I didn't pay any money out of my pocket for that. It came out of my StarStock account. And this was like 200 and something. So do I put those prices in when I factor in my acquisition costs for these cards? Doesn't matter. Do I just put in like $5 to represent the $25 per card? I don't know. I'm racking my brain on kind of how I want to handle that from a my collection standpoint, like in market movers. Like how am I putting my acquisition cost in for those cards? I mean, technically, I guess I spent money because I could have pulled that money off and spent it on other things. But I don't know. It's kind of like one of those weird, you know, corporate accounting things of ways to juke the numbers, essentially. Because, you know, if I put in like this Jaylen Brown, for example, wherever it ran off to, you know, if I put in $5 for this, then when I go to trade it into my next card, you know, I'm basically into this for nothing, essentially. I could play a little faster and looser with it mentally anyways. Once again, this is all mental. It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter what you're into the card for to a degree, but that's kind of my thought process. These are the things that, you know, you think about when you're in the card game is how to handle stuff like this. So, but yeah, that's all I have for you guys and girls today. Like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff down below, and we'll catch you guys and girls on the next one. Peace.